Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dagmara, and on this channel, I share my journey on how I try to make my life more elegant and just make every moment feel special. Today, I wanted to talk about our luxury candle worth it, and of course, this is from my perception. But let's dive right in. I have here my water with lemon. So I hope you get yourself a little beverage as well, just to start off. To begin, again, this is all from my perception. Everybody at the end of the day has to decide whether certain items are worth their money. I find that I have certain criteria or certain ways of looking at luxury purchases. Not everything is worth the money. Not everything is worth the spend, but certain things, in my opinion, are worth it. Today, I welcome you from my dining table with my beautiful bunches of roses and with a bunch of candles that I have purchased that I wanted to share with you. My absolute favorite candles are made by the French legacy company or legacy candle maker called Cire Trudon. This was, I think the company was founded in 43 or 45. It's the King's candles. So they used to make wax candles, obviously back then in 17th century they didn't have electricity. So they lit their halls with beautiful candles, and Cire Trudon was known for making luxurious wax candles out of honey or out of beeswax. I think that you should, one of my criteria that how I look or how I evaluate certain things is that because I want my life to feel special, because I want to treat myself. I live only once, and I feel like I should treat myself and have expectation of being treated the best. And so I always look for elevated experiences, right? Part of it is bringing flowers into the home and just creating a beautiful ambience. And then I find that Cire Trudon creates exquisite experiences, regardless of whether you purchase something in their store or whether you have something shipped to you. Part of this experience is their packaging. So number one for me is how do they package their goods? And that's kind of the beauty of purchasing things that are perceived as luxury, is that their packaging is always on point. So case in point, these packages that I have here, these are the classic candle sizes. So you can ask at checkout to have them packaged as a gift. So when they arrive, you have the beauty of unboxing them at your leisure. Again, beautiful ribbons on this one, a beautiful paper. Typically the paper has themes of some of their candles. So I spotted, I think somewhere Josephine, and then I spotted Abracadar. So it's a very beautiful gift to yourself or gift to significant others. And here is also the same package with the beautiful blue ribbon. I have to say, I keep the paper, I don't toss it away. You can use it to, for example, create little bookmarks or just to repackage something else in it. This is just a divine quality, very thick paper. And you can smell the candle a little bit through this. So great packaging. Now, once you open the package, or once you open this little gift, then you have another beautiful box, and you'll know right away what kind of candle you have inside. This is the Cire candle, which is, I think, one of the first or one of their signature candles that they make. And this is in this beautiful amber container. So again, the attention to detail in the packaging for me creates the ambience and the experience for the product itself. So I am a big I pay attention a lot to details and how the product is presented. So yeah, would I pay $135 if these details weren't included? Most likely not. So I feel like for me, the more senses are involved in how the product presents itself, the more valuable it is for me. So again, beautiful packaging when it arrives, beautiful glass jar when you have it. It's a very nice and heavy quality glass jar. These glass jars are meant to resemble champagne bottles, of course. We are on the French court here, so they're beautiful. They used to be made out of beeswax. Now a lot of these candles are made out of soy, and they have a cotton wick that is popped exactly in the middle of the candle. And with this, we're going into the burn. And so the candles not only are beautiful visually and how they package and how they come, but they have a fantastic burn. So this is one of the larger candles. This is, let's see if I have the weight here. I don't see, but this is the size up. So while this is classique, this is the size up. This one has 3 wicks, and I think the smaller ones, the classic candles, are poured by machines. The larger candles are poured by hand. So of course they're going to be more expensive. And then by hand, the wick is set in the candle to make sure that they stay in exactly the right place to ensure even burn. I've never had a Cire Trudon candle that burned unevenly. Never happened. Granted, I do have my trick where, wax has a memory. So when you burn your candle first few times, you have to make sure that the wax burns evenly across to melt down the wax on across the entire candle surface. That way you don't have these little circles around. What the circles do is that the wax doesn't burn evenly, and of course you can enjoy the entire candle because at some point it's going to drown on your wick. So definitely the even burn. The other thing is how clean this candle burns. Like there's nothing on the edges. Once I finish burning this candle, it will be extremely easy to clean the inside and pop something else in. Visually, when they burn, of course, because of the pretty amber or green color, it's such a pretty light. It really creates an ambience. So if you have a few candles lit side by side, it just creates a beautiful atmosphere. So much about the candle burn. Last thing I wanted to note, this candle burns approximately 200 hours. These burn 55 to 60 hours, again, depending on what environment you put it in. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is there draft that make the wicker kind of go back and forth? But it's a beautiful candle. For me, already, like the packaging, the quality of the wax, the fact that some of these wax are still hand poured, that there is the attention to detail, that's amazing. The other thing is obviously the cleanliness of the burn. There's no like excessive smoke that's coming out. The candle doesn't burn dirty. It doesn't have like the dirty soot around it. I typically burn it between 2 to 3 hours at the time, and that's also the recommended time by Cire Trudon. Now let's get to number 3, which is the scent. And to me, I never met a Cire Trudon candle that I didn't like. They're just such beautiful, complex scents. The fact that the candle has a scent pyramid, to me, it's just that's just the attention to detail and the thought that the candle maker puts into creating the candles. The scent lingers around the room. You don't have to burn the candle to smell them. The Altair candle, for example, that I have, which is a rose and an oud mix, it's such a beautiful candle. Whenever I'm around my coffee table, I can smell the complexity. I can smell the candle without burning it. So it has, there's so many oils. It has such a rich scent, but it also is able to not be too intrusive, right? It's not a candle that gives you a headache. Some candles I feel like can only burn for a very short period of time, and then they get so overwhelming I have to blow them out. That's not the case with Cire Trudon. I find I can also be a little adventurous with some of the scents, because, for example, I'm not a big fan of vanilla. Like, I feel a lot of times if it's not done right, vanilla seems to overwhelm. It's very sweet. It tends to be too much. With Cire Trudon, my favorite candle, this is the Apple Cadar. It's not, the vanilla is the base of the scent, but it's such a, it's not overwhelming at all. I honestly cannot smell it in the Apple Cadar candle. It's such a beautiful scent. I feel like the vanilla rounds it up. It smooths it out. So again, the complexity of the scents, it's not something like linen, right? Or apple. This is not what you're going to find with these candles. With Cire Trudon candles, you're going to find very sophisticated, complex scents that are reminiscent of places. So for example, they have one is called Sancti. I think it's called Spiritus Sancti. And it truly reminds me of a church. It doesn't, like, it has all of the incense, it has all of the kind of smokiness of the church after the mass, but it's just engulfing scent. There's another candle that smells that kind of the profile, it's called Versailles floors, or reminiscence of it's very woodsy. The Josephine candle, which I recently purchased, I have been actually lately very into flowery scents, which I've never been before I started getting into Cire Trudon. I never bought candles that smell like flowers because I found them overwhelming. They were too heavy. They were too heady, I think. What I find beautiful with candles by Cire Trudon that include flowers is that they remind me of, it's like they take you away from where you are today, and they transport you into a beautiful place somewhere. And whether it's the Salta, which reminds me of like a Mediterranean vacation, Côte d'Azur, it's the bergamot trees and orange trees. It's just like transports you into a different place. The flower candles that Cire Trudon puts out just smell amazingly like a beautiful garden on a spring, late spring day when the flower starts to bloom, and you're just, they budding, opening up, and everything starts smelling, and it creates such a beautiful atmosphere. You just want to sit outside with a glass of maybe champagne or lemonade and just enjoy your environment and forget all of your worries. It just creates such a beautiful space for you. And that's what I think like a Josephine scent is, or the Garden of Versailles candle is, which comes in this beautiful blue jar. They're just more complex. It's not just rose, right? It's rose with the green stems, with other flowers surrounding it. So there's just such beautiful, transformative scents, complex scents. And again, I I love all of them. I have certain profiles that are like, I love bergamot. I never met anything that had bergamot and I didn't like. I love roses. I love oud and santal. So if I read anything in the description that has citrus fruits, bergamots, you know, any of the above, I really enjoy this. The first candle that I've ever bought was the Abdelkader, not in the size, it was the smaller one because I wanted to see if I'm going to like it. It's one of their best sellers. It's spearmint, it's apple. Like I said, the base is vanilla. But so I was a little apprehensive about the vanilla, but once I got it, I smelled it and like the tea and the smell, and I was like, oh my God, this is the coast of Africa, and it's the beautiful tapestry in Morocco, and it's the beautiful tile work. So it truly transports you to a different place, but it smells extremely pleasant and fresh. So again, I cannot say enough good things about their beautiful candles. They're just amazing. I recommend them. I think they make gorgeous gifts. They make beautiful gifts to yourself. Again, to me, the three things is the experience, right? Do they create the experience? Do they make you feel special when you receive the product? How is the product packaging? The longevity of the candle, and then the scents. So for me, all of these things are 10 stars. They're just beautiful and worth all of the money. If you enjoy this kind of content, if you found this useful, I hope that you'll like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section if you tried any Cire Trudon candles, which is your favorite. I love to try if you have some recommendations. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.